kind of the perk of moving in and when somewhere is like, you know, you got like space, it's like clean and it's like, you know.
No, yeah, definitely that is the perk. I will say they did a nice job cleaning up, you know. Are you from Columbus?
Yeah, man. Are we live? We running?
Yeah, we running. See,
keep it raw.
Yeah, that's what I like, man. Conversational. Yeah. I like to keep it.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
Yeah.
So we got LUNs.
LUNs.
Yeah, almost like lung, but without the G.
There it is.
LUNs.
Ironically, that's kind of become my little tagline of sorts. Is I say like lungs without the G, although I am one.
Yeah, okay.
It gives a little chuckle out of people sometimes. If I deliver it right. So.
How did you come up with your name?
So last name is Lunsford. Yeah. So add FORD on the end of that. So that's kind of just an organic, you know, nickname from that. I've always been called that kind of growing up. And then when I, you know, first got an interest in rap, I'm like, oh, I need a rap name. And, you know, of course, everyone has the Youngs and the Lils and all that going on. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, Young Ones, that sounds kind of smooth. And I kind of realized, I was like, oh, it also kind of has some true meaning to it because I was always like the youngest kid in my grade.
Okay.
Fun fact about me: I went to school a year early, so I started kindergarten at age 4. So I was always like a grade ahead age-wise, and so I was always the youngest of the.
So did you always feel like you had to, how should I say it, to work harder than other people? Because you're like, oh, I'm the youngest person here, like I gotta go hard, like I gotta.
You know, I don't know if I ever necessarily felt that. I definitely at some point felt like I needed attention, though, that's for sure. So I kind of started out as a shy kid, and then as I got a little bit older, more towards high school, I became sort of a class clown of sorts and started, you know, getting a little reckless with it. It was a fun time. So, you know, I never felt like I necessarily had to work harder, but maybe indirectly I did. I don't know.
Okay. When was the first time you ever wrote a rap? Was it high school?
No. So it was actually during college, later years of college. It started out as freestyling for me. So I was basically a student at Ohio University, and you know, at parties and whatnot, you know, get a little bit in you, and and you start wanting to. Me anyway, I started wanting to just kind of naturally just start freestyling and rapping and whatnot. Yeah. But my music roots go way before that.
Okay.
So I was always doing choir as like starting like probably elementary school.
Choir boy.
Yeah. So I was. You can put it that way. Yeah. So I always like did the singing thing, and then that in high school led to beatboxing.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of honestly that's like a talent that I like forget that I have sometimes because it's just I've evolved into, you know, an artist.
Yeah.
And a rapper mainly. And singer, but like I always forget I can beatbox. I'm like, man, I need to start incorporating that into my shit.
You're not a rapper, bro. You're a creator, man. You're a musician, you know. Like
that's the term. That's the term.
Like rapper is so limited. Like Beyonce raps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about that?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I definitely think that I don't know if the term, you know, rapper is necessarily, like you said, I don't know if it's correct.
Yeah.
I don't know if it always gets the right stigma about it, but at the end of the day, I think you nailed it. Like you put the nail on the head with calling it a creator.
Yeah.
But like to continue answering your question, the first time I actually wrote a rap was 2010. So I've been doing this a while. The first one I wrote was it was a remix to Lil Wayne and Drake's song "Miss Me."
Okay.
And so I
some classic high school shit right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I probably have a few years on you, so some college stuff for me. But yeah, it's I went and I was like, man, I've been freestyling all these years and I'm pretty good, but I need a song. You know what I mean? Instead of just making up stuff, forgetting it, and all that. And so went to Walmart for the $8 microphone, plugged it into the computer, and went to town. Story of how I feel like a lot of people start out. I was listening to the Dave's Up episode 1, man, and it sounded like he was talking about the same sort of shit. Maybe that was you, I can't remember.
No, that was him. He said he told his mom he wanted to start rapping, and she was like, rapping?
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. He said he went to Walmart, got the little USB microphone and shit. Yeah. And so when did you begin to learn that this was a passion for you? This was the real thing?
So with that first song, I definitely, you know, was super excited, like a new form of excitement. Like, wow, man, I just made this super cool thing. And I didn't even post it to YouTube. I used some like link sharing site before I was really like hip to YouTube. It was like called like Rapid Share or something, where basically you would just put the MP3 into a little space and it would create like a one-time shareable link. And so basically like after you send it once, it expires, you have to make a new one. Really? So I made like 50 to 100 of them, and I'm on Facebook like messaging every single person I'm friends with, check out my rap, like firing them off, you know what I mean? And that song's still never released. That's just, if you got it back then, you got it.
You got it.
It's in my old computer somewhere, but I can't wait to break it out. I'm kind of scared too.
Do you? But, I was about to ask that. Do you ever like listen to like old shit?
You know, it's kind of hard for me to listen to old stuff actually. And you know, shortly after that, I did start putting songs out on YouTube. 2011, I put out my first song on YouTube. It was a remix to Childish Gambino's "Freaks and Geeks." But the reason it's so hard for me to listen to my old stuff is because like I've come so far and like progressed to where when I listen back, I'm like, oh man, my voice just sounded terrible. I did not know how to deliver. I've always had lines. I've always been able to write. I've always had metaphors. I've always had like the mind for it.
Yeah.
But man, I could not deliver it, and I hate hearing my voice. I'm like, it sounds awful.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, going back to the point about rappers, right?
Yeah.
That's why, like, I don't mind when people say rapper or whatever. It's just that, you know, you learn that it's just not rapping. You know, it's like you're creating a voice, you're creating a persona, you're creating lyrics. You're very lyrical when you rap. You know, and I mean, like, did you have like stigmas with that, like with kids, like you being a white guy, people like you want to be a rapper, you know, like yeah.
I still even, you know, will occasionally get the, you know, when someone first meets me and then soon after discovers that, you know, I am a rapper, they're like, what? Like you don't look like a rapper, and you're right, like it's kind of like that always kind of makes me laugh in my head a little bit. I'm like, what's that really even mean? What is it like? Does a rap? I mean, I know that there's, you know, there might be, you know, the stereotypical, you know, rappers wear chains, floss, you know, jewelry and all that stuff. But I don't really think that there is a rapper look. You know, so it's just, you know, you're right. I've been looking for the word to call myself. I think I have a new one. I think it's creator. I'm a creator.
Seriously, man.
Rapping's not all that I do.
It's not at all. So, I mean, what else creatively do you do?
So I'm definitely a pretty like R&B capable artist as well. Like my, you know, I have lyrics and I can, you know, spit bars and whatnot. But I think the natural tendency for me when creating songs is to kind of weave in like a singy type flow. Like you know, my sound's starting to get a little bit. I guess I don't know if commercial's the right word for it, but it's like a rap sing combo. You know, I'm just at this point I'm just trying to create vibes. Yeah. You know, more so than and it's kind of I've been leaning towards my songs have naturally been putting more emphasis on like feel than they have words. I like to put out a message and I like it to all make sense, but like it's just it's a very balanced rap sing combo.
Well, speaking of feelings and the words, like I listened to your latest single. Could you tell us what that is? Yeah, so that jam is called My Lane. Yeah. And that is a single that I did just put out a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, so that one is definitely, you know, right in line with that. It is a vibe. It's it's definitely pretty cohesive in the feel, and I wanted the sounds and the notes to kind of match the attitude of the song. And it's basically just like a singy, you know, get the F out of my lane type attitude. Like it's kind of hinting to the fact that like I'm starting to kind of find my sound. Yeah. That's what I've been in search for, I think, for a while. Yeah. And so this song might be some of the early stages of like my, you know, finding yourself.
Yeah.
As an artist. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like it's putting words together cleverly, but like I have the ability to use my voice in a way that, you know, maybe other artists can't. And so it's starting. I'm trying to capitalize on that more.
And I agree with you. When I listened to the song instantly when it came on, I'm like, oh, okay, like this is a perfect summer song. Lay back, you know, crack one open, chill. Yeah. But to your point about being, you know, is you create a vibe and you don't want to put too much wordiness in it. You know, I'm a creator too. You know, I spend time like rapping or making songs, and that's what I'm learning is that like I believe a true musician is not limited to a beat. You know what I'm saying? We are, or you are, an instrument. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody is just, you start hearing a rhyme in your head or a rhythm, you start like spitting. Or me, I can start like saying some words and spitting and making my own like thing. Is it that way for you?
100%, dude. I feel no limitations, you know, at all, and that's kind of the most freeing thing about being an artist is I feel like, you know, you're right, like a beat or instruments or other sounds can come on and I'm able to kind of like feel the rhythm and I'm able to, you know, start like putting words to it, put a rhythm, like an attitude kind of to it. And so I think it helps me that I'm versatile too. So, you know, any beat that comes on, I can, you know, you don't feel every beat, but when some come on, I'm just like, man, I could just, you know, it's just such an open canvas all the time. And that's one of the things that I love so much about it.
I always say it's like speaking to you. Like if a beat speaks to me, you know, like it pulls at my heart and makes me, you know, the arms on my the hair on my arm stand up basically. Yeah. What kind of beat for you does that for you?
You know, and that's another thing. Like, yeah, that's how you know, a lot of my favorite songs in general are just songs like that kind of pull me and make me want to like repeat them. They make me feel some type of way. Yeah. And it's just like, it's like no matter what my mood is, if a song is, you know, good enough or enough or me enough, it'll always like pull my mood. It'll pull my mood. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, man, it's just like, I don't know, it's a crazy thing.
Do you know what type of beats there are for you? Is it jazz? Is it poppy? You say you're a more R&B person, so...
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of like an in-between, like, if there's, you know, a lot of people will ask what artist I would compare myself to, and I've always struggled to answer that question, and as most, you know, creators probably do, because no one would, you know, feel like or want to be another, you know, copy of someone else, but... For me, honestly, one of the very few artists who I'll always listen to, top to bottom, no matter what, because I know I'm gonna vibe with their body of work and I can really connect to him, is Drake, and that's, you know, obviously he's the biggest artist in the game, arguably, you know, and so that's nothing, that's no, you know, shocker probably to anyone, but you know, his versatility, my versatility, and it's in general, I would say like Drake beats, a lot of those beats kind of get me. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I don't have the terms in mind for what type of beat that I like. Yeah. Jazz is dope. I love hearing some jazzy, just something smooth. Yeah. You know, boom bap's cool, and I have the ability to rock those beats with like, some lyrics. But yeah, that's 90s, and you know, although you know, I'm a 90s baby, it wasn't part of my like upbringing, the old school stuff. I can respect it, but I don't naturally gravitate to or emulate it in my own work.
Who did you grow up on?
I would say that I started getting into hip hop probably in maybe 6th grade or so, and it was it was some of those old school kind of classics like the Nelly, like some Nelly with EI, Country Grammar, Ride With Me, all those. I remember really liking those. It's so hard to think back. I guess as time went on, when I got into high school, man, Lil Wayne. That's who I'll always remember as you know, one of the few that could put out anything, and I would just rock with it. And I would always want to be the first one of that Lil Wayne remix, you know. And so I thought he was super dope. Yeah, man. And so I think Weezy probably really, you know, subconsciously kind of pulled me into the rap game a little bit.
Well, you made a point about Drake, and then you made a point about Nelly, and we were talking. I'm like, Nelly, like, yo, like you don't sound like him, but the feeling, what he embodied, that's what it reminds me of. And even Drake, it reminds me of that too. And that's dope, you know. And like even with your new song, Wayne, I was like instantly, this is different. Like, cause I seen you perform, so I'm like, this is different. I'm like, it's a little poppy. But it wasn't a bad different. I enjoyed it a lot, you know?
Thank
so
you.
like So who are you working with right now? Like get you into that space, you know, get you into that space to create the music that you want to create.
Yeah, and that beat, for example, that is just one that I found on YouTube, and that's actually how almost all of the beats that I've written to and put out to date have come from. They've stemmed from just YouTube songs that I've found, and so that's, you know, nothing super interesting or anything really, but to your point, I'm now starting to try to network a little bit with more of the local producers to try to build with them, because I'm starting to realize how important that you know, building with your peers, especially within the city, can be. And so I've been working with my manager Todd Cameron. His brother goes by Timmy Treetop. He's pretty solid. He's kind of he's in a band that's not, you know, a rap group, but also has the ability to lay the foundation and build rap beats. And so I'm kind of working with him a little bit to try to build from scratch. And he makes some dope stuff, some wild stuff, man. Like it's the, you know, my lane, you could almost say, is like, you know, mainstream-ish. Yeah. But then he makes some wild stuff that gets me excited to put out like some weird shit. You know what I mean? And then other than that, a group by the name of Dreamcatchers. It's a two-man show. Been working with one of them.
I'm familiar.
And so been working with him a little bit, and through him working on some collaborations with some other local artists right now.
Okay.
So
we're just gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna get some water. You want some water?
Yeah, man. Hook it up.
Just hop on this brand new ride. I'm pulling up with the latest lyrical transportation. I'ma take you some places. I'ma tear up these stages until they call me the greatest. Until I feel like I made it. This the time of my life. I'm trying to live.
That's a good start. Is this segment 2? We rolling?
Segment 2.
There we go. That's a good start right there.
Fuck.
We were too clean in the first part, man. My music's getting a little too clean, and you gotta let out some of those shits and.
Do you try to be clean?
Now and again. That is something that's been kind of naturally evolving about me. Is some of my earliest music was a little bit, I think, like harsh or a little bit flagrant with the words. Not like super, you know what I'm saying, explicit or anything. Yeah. But I think like I felt like, based on the music that I was hearing and whatnot, that like I had to just throw like cuss words into my music, you know, to just make it like rap music. Obviously this is way back, and then I started to realize, like, you know, that's actually like not really me, and like I'm trying to appeal to a wider audience, you know, and potentially even like children and whoever. And so, you know, at this point it's more for me delivering a like a positive message. You can do whatever, create whatever you want, be whatever you want to be type message is what I've been at lately.
I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, the first time I made a song, somebody to me was like, I like the song a lot. Remember, kids are listening. I was like, yo, that really threw me off guard. I was like, fuck. It's like, you're right. Like, I don't know if they'd be listening to that song, but it's just like, eventually you do it long enough, somebody's going to hear it.
For sure, man. No, and it, you know, it was another kind of eye-opening moment too. I actually was just fortunate enough this past weekend to perform at Newport Music Hall as an opener.
Right, man. I don't know how we didn't reach that.
Yeah, well, we got there organically. But the reason I brought that up is because afterwards there's a couple of kids that had me sign a CD for them. And so it's like, man, like, there's this, you know, this 9-year-old kid, Antonio, and you know, I gave him and a couple of his friends CDs before the show, and then after the show they ran up to me, you know, to have it signed, and it's like, man, okay, so it's like they're rocking with me.
Dude, you got kids.
That was a super cool. That was a cool feeling for sure. So it's just, you're right. You never know who's watching. Be yourself, but also be presentable.
Well, I mean, and don't play yourself down short, man. You open for Dave East, upcoming East Coast rapper Dave East, man.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Did you get to talk to him a little bit?
Yeah, I did. I just briefly. It was I got to meet him at the end of the show. You know, the artists, they're the openers, got to kind of line up, say a few words to him, meet him and whatnot. And so, yeah, man, that was a cool experience. I can't say I was super like hip to him beforehand. I definitely knew the name and knew he was an up-and-comer. I don't think I naturally gravitate towards his style of music. It is kind of a more raw, gritty East Coast flow. If you've peeped him out at all, a little maybe too hard for something that I'm gonna regularly listen to, because it doesn't have the melody to really pick me up. But I can respect what he's doing. I know he's on the come up. performed a real short set, man. He kind of left stage real early. You heard about that from your homie. I still not even sure really what happened, to be honest. One minute he's performing, and then I'm kind of talking to my family, my buddies, and then the next he's off the stage, and people are scattering all ways. Like,
I got the bag. Like,
yeah, pretty much. I don't know, man. It wasn't, it was. I pretty much performed just about as long as he did, I feel like.
Really?
It was interesting.
I mean, but you're the opener. You didn't expect to be like, like performing like what? How long did you say? 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
I felt a little more compacted and rushed than a normal show of mine, where I do about at least 20 or more. But
did that throw you off a little bit?
It was normal. It was different than normal for sure.
Yeah.
But I kind of got myself into that mentality going in that I just got to maximize my 10 minutes, know. And so did a little 2 minute from 5 different songs.
Oh, nice.
To give people a different taste of everything, and pretty well, man. And it's back to back, man. Up there, it's a workout. At least for me, man. I got to get my cardio right or something. But it's always a challenge for me. I write my songs so lyrically. Yeah. It challenges me on stage. So there's another thing that I'm trying to develop is crafting my songs for shows.
For shows, right?
Because you're performing them at the end of the day.
And performing them, and you want to have fun. You don't want to be like, am I gonna forget these bars on stage? I want people to hear what I'm saying.
And I think I've heard your stuff. You create a little more space in your words. Not that you don't throw mad lyrics up there, but
yeah, I try to be. Well, the last songs I made were a little bit. I guess you could say vibey, for lack of a better word. I'm new to this myself. I started 2 years ago.
Okay, fresh.
But when I saw you, that's what I was like, yo, I love how you interact with the crowd. And basically beforehand, you're like, yo, this is my chorus. Here we go. Say it with me, And during the song, they were waiting on it to say it. And they said it. And I could felt the energy just because nobody knew you. I didn't even know you. But I'm like, this was great.
Yeah.
It was the first time seeing you perform. Were you able to do that at the Davies concert?
I'm glad you enjoyed that, man. Yeah, that's something that I definitely am working on as well. Is crowd control, involving the audience and whatnot, and connecting with them. Yeah, connecting with them, I think, is a big thing. So if you can connect with them, then you've got them. Davies, I would say it wasn't as easy as a typical show for me to do that, just because I think maybe his fan base is a little bit different in a way than my fan base. So as any big show, I would say and when people go to it, they're going, most of the majority's going for the main act, and they're not going for the openers. So they're the openers are running, they're looking at their watch, waiting for, the headliner to get up there. But, definitely had a handful of people afterwards that I did kind of bring on board or brought onto the bus ride, so to speak. Yeah, this is Rona. Gotta show them the bus ride, That's the mixtape, the mantra, it's kind of, so I got some people on board from the show, and that was cool to know that I have the ability to bring new people on board.
I like that. You're branding yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm working. Yeah. I'm trying.
So was this the casual swag today, or was this off of work, bro, it's pretty hot outside.
Yeah, hot and wanted to be comfy, man. I do a 9 to 5 at Nationwide Insurance. So,
okay.
So it's nice to unwind afterwards, get comfortable, and just rep the brand the night shift. How
do you balance that?
So, it is a work in progress for sure. It's all about prioritizing. It's easy to kind of get overwhelmed with stuff when you have a day job in the middle. But it's just doing my best to kind of remember what it is that sets me on fire every day, and that is the idea that I can make music, that I can create and whatnot. And so it's easy to kind of lose motivation or be a little exhausted after a long day of work, but I think I'm on the right track, man. I'm really getting into this stuff. So things are going good right now. I'm happy with where I'm at, but I know I've got a ways to go and a lot of potential. So trying to, as much as I can, maximize that outside work time until who knows, it becomes work in some form or another.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take another quick break because I'm not by my computer. So we're about to get into the bars. My favorite part of this. All right.
Bars, man. Let's get it.
That's a bonus. Damn, you looking better every time I see you out, girl. Don't think I don't notice. Off the vodka and the soda. Now I'm way past sober. Lot of things I shouldn't have told ya. I don't want this night to be over, so I'ma keep it real tonight. Know the drinks got us feeling right, so tell me what's the deal tonight, cause they playing my song right now. They saying last call.
That track has a same sample. I don't know if you've made it through the bus ride or not. It's a long tape, but it's number 11, Level Up on my CD.
Yeah.
It has like the same sample, so but it's used very differently. Yours is different for sure. But I was like, oh shit, I've gone over that sample before. You know what I mean?
Do you love sample beats? Do you like sample beats?
Yeah, I do. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's cool, especially like when I kind of know it. But also, it just, I don't know, they end up just being the doper beats sometimes.
I don't know why. Like, you know, like,
I don't know what it is either.
I would love for a Kanye type to come up to me and be like, I got these dope beats for you.
Yeah.
Laid out.
And I feel like, you know, a lot of times can come from like a producer who's like, I don't know, very like, they have a very deep catalog of music they listen to, and they're like able to find these like, you know, singers from like the 70s and 80s and take little like bits from their shit and put it into these songs. I'm like, I don't know who the hell that is, but that sounds dope with this little chick singing in the background on some shit. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know.
Cause I mean, it's something about a sample, but like I would love to get like a choir or some shit to like sing on some shit for me, you know, like.
Man, yeah.
Like,
I was in an acapella group at OU called Section 8, and it was basically 3 each part, bass, baritone, second tenor.
Okay.
And I was a second bass, but I was also the percussionist for the group, so I was like laying the beats, and then there were like, you know, 12 dudes singing like both like old school classic, you know, acapella songs, but then also like modern day versions of modern day songs. Man, that was a super cool experience. I did that for about a year, but
me and Emma saw some guys. They were like R&B boys to men type. They were really good at the carnival.
Hey,
and they were like one
recently?
dude. Yeah, one dude was like basically beatboxing, and like their voices were solid. I'm talking about solid.
Show you sometime, man. Yeah, one of our songs was Boys to Men. It was End of the Road. We did End of the Road.
Really?
And it's like, man, we had those sorority girls crying every time when we go to sororities to do that shit, and it was just like, it was fun, man.
So, you ready to get started?
Let's get it, man.
Let's do it. Like,
I'm usually a few brews deep, but screw it, you know?
Hey, man.
Let's get it.
If I had that, I would have cracked it. But you drive it. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Gotta keep for the kids.
For the kids.
For sure, man. This is dope. I'm getting a little poet vibe, sitting up the chair. You know, I'm not usually sitting and spitting.
Do you ever do poetry?
I don't. But one of the gigs I was at back in June was at Art of Republic.
Yeah.
That was super dope because there were some poets in the building, and I had that kind of a crowd. And they had a lot of energy when I got up there, man. So it was like told me that they recognized the poetry within my music.
Yeah,
it's dope.
I mean, rap is poetry.
Yeah, for real.
If you just turn it up a little bit, and then whenever.
Cool. Hey. All right. Hey. Chilling now on the podcast with Ray Bun. It's like a TV show, like VH1. I don't know what I'ma say next, but I'ma say some. I've been going in, they say that I am the ace what? Flyest in the deck, man, I'm on top of the game, on top of my things. One day I'ma cop me a range, like my manager Todd Cam flexing the thing. I'm going in, you see me chillin', I don't flex no bling. Ain't got jewelry, ain't got cars, ain't got hoes, ain't got none of that. I just got some raps, hella raps, and I've been spitting that. I've been going ham off the top of my head though. You see me chillin' cause I'm like a modern day, I don't know, head though. I said that again, see me going in, I'm not spitting tens or dropping dimes, but I'm spitting these lines. Super crazy, man, it tingles your spine. It's young LUNs going ham, I know I'ma climb to the top of the ladder, the top of the totem. They think that I'm joking, totally get focused on getting this money. Yeah. It's all emotion. I'm going in and my flow is just like a potion. Ridiculous with emotions, yeah. It's so hot, you need that tan lotion. I've been going crazy and I'm flowing like that shit's an ocean. Call it like I see it. Red shirt with the black pants. And I've been going ham, you know I'm about to get mad fans off of this shit when it goes viral. And now you hear my music, it's running circles and spirals. And I don't care what people say about me, I'ma do me. And I'ma kick it with Ray Bun like I was Bruce Lee. I could go in for days, all I got got is 3 minutes. I'ma make it count though. I've been going up though, never going down, bro. I've been going ham though. Lately I've been killing shit. All my flows legitimate. Focused on the Benjamins. Laser vision, I don't never stop, even when it's no beat. I told you I was a cappella on my feet. Yeah, with J's on my feet. Number ones, Mike Jordan, I'm flawless in the booth. I just kill it, I record it, then I spit it. Yeah, I go so hard. See me chillin', I know one day I'ma spit them bars up on that Funk Max Flex. Like you said before, I've been going in, you know I got hella dope rhymes I could throw any day of the week. Now it's complete, Young LUNs and I'm focused to say the least, yeah. I don't never stop, but I think it's time, cause I gotta give it back to my man Ray Bun. What's up? I go by the name of Young LUNs. It's like lungs without the G, although I am one. And yeah, man, if you want to check me out, I think my primary spot right now is Instagram. That's Lunstagram, LUNS to gram. Hit me up, cause I advertise all my music stuff on there, shows, new music, all that stuff, and I'm on all streaming platforms too. So stay in touch with my music, man. New stuff on the way. I'm excited.
Okay, I can't wait, man. Well, do you have a title for your next project, or?
I don't. I have some ideas, but you know, efforts have been a little scattered right now with our other artists in the city and collaborations and whatnot. So it's once we finally get a little organized and consolidated, you know, have a clear vision of what's next. So
collaboration is hard, isn't it?
It's new for me. It's definitely new. It's not easy. I don't, and I'm still learning. I don't know. There's probably no right or wrong way to do it, but you know, I'm kind of starting some new ones right now, and I'm excited because I've been wanting to work with people. You know, because you can reach their fan base, they reach your fan base. You help each other out. You make dope stuff. You know, and it's just it's exciting to collab for sure, I think.
And I know, and maybe like we said, there's some young people watching, young artists out there. What would you say to them? People just starting out.
You know, I would say just if you're really into it, you'll know you're really into it because it's something that you're wanting to do every day. It's not something that you're forcing yourself to do. So if you're really about it and you're really enjoying it, just go hard at it in all the free time that you can, especially if you're young. You got so much time ahead of you to figure it out and to find your niche, especially in this day and age. The platforms we have available to put, you know, get our work out there and whatnot. It's too easy. You know, I'm excited for the development of you know, just the social media and everything that's going to allow everyone's voice to be heard, no matter what. So just go after it. Don't try to like conform to, you know, mainstream type stuff. Bring your own brand, your own sauce to it, and you'll be appreciated a lot more for that in the long run than, you know, than anything else.
All right. Well, that's all I got for you today, man. I appreciate it, dog.
Yeah, for sure, man. Other than that, yeah, stay tuned, man. The 614 has a lot of hot stuff on the way, man. There's a lot of good artists out there that are doing a lot of big things right now. The list goes on of names. I don't know where to begin, but yeah, Columbus is on the come up for sure. So yeah. Be watching out. Yeah. Be watching out for this dude too, man. He's an artist.
One day, man. One day, I promise you.
Hey, cool, man. Yeah. All right. Thanks, bro.
All right, this is Background Noise, guys. Thanks for watching.
Sheesh.
In my lane, crowd saying my name with the lights down low and the stage on mine. I know life go fast, but I take my time and I've been steady going with the flow on the mic, yeah. I ain't worried about no Instagram likes, yeah. But you gon' see me in your timeline. Now you connected with my music like I'm Wi-Fi, yeah, it's no lie. What they say about that boy, man, he grown now. What they say, he unique, got his own style. What they say now, yeah. Blowing up any day now.